Title: The Lost Soul, copyright
Der Herrn Franz Lupschen.
Draft March 13th, 2025. A psychological horror thriller with supernatural elements.
August 18, 2024, Brunssum. Lena van Berg, a 21-year-old student at Rambuj College, cycles home after a long day. The heat presses down on her, so she decides to take a detour through the park to find some cool air. As she walks along the pond, her thoughts drift to a recurring fantasy that has haunted her for days, meeting a mysterious young man, someone who would touch her soul deeply. She finds an empty bench next to a stone staircase, where a faint clicking sound reaches her ears. At first soft, then growing louder. A shadow appears in the corner of her eye. There he is. He looks exactly as she imagined: tall, dark hair, piercing eyes, and a calm demeanor. He smiles politely and asks, "May I sit next to you? My left leg is broken, hence the cane and the cast." "Oh, of course," Lena replies hesitantly. Her heart pounds in her chest, a mix of excitement and nervousness washes over her. The young man gazes deeply into her eyes. His stare feels almost hypnotic. "My name is Tim, and yours?" "Lena," she whispers. Suddenly, a gust of wind picks up. Lena turns her head briefly. A voice suddenly speaks beside her, a different voice. "Lena, I come from far away." A cold shiver runs down her spine. She looks back at her companion, but Tim is gone. In his place sits an old man, wearing a long robe and holding a staff covered in strange symbols. "No," the old man says in a hoarse voice, "I sat here after I asked if I could sit next to you." Lena recoils. "But, that was Tim. Where did he go?" "I should go," she stammers, but her legs refuse to move. The old man grins at her. "I come from far away. Where I come from, I was banished by a terrible man. A dictator." Lena's voice trembles. "Do you come from the east?" His eyes flicker for a moment. "No, child." He rises to his feet and taps his staff against the ground. A few people in the park vanish into thin air. He taps again. More people disappear. Lena's breath catches in her throat. She tries to run, but her body won't obey. "What is your name?" she yells in pure panic. The old man locks eyes with her and grins.
"Oh, I have many names. Some call me Lucifer. Others, Satan, the devil, or the fallen angel."
One final strike of his staff, and the park is instantly plunged into darkness. The air grows heavy, filled with rumbling thunder. A diabolical laugh fills her ears.
"Your soul is mine now."
The escape. In pure panic, Lena abandons her bicycle and sprints home as fast as she can. Her heart pounds in her chest as she pounds on the door with trembling hands. Her mother opens it. Lena collapses into her arms, sobbing. Her father rushes over, looking concerned. "What's wrong, my child?" her mother asks softly. Lena tries to explain what happened, but her voice grows weaker and weaker. Then she starts screaming. "No more! No more!" Her body convulses, her eyes roll back. Then, she faints. The psychiatric clinic. The ambulance arrives, and Lena is admitted to a psychiatric hospital. The doctors decide to sedate her and move her to an isolation room for her own safety. When she regains consciousness, a voice echoes in the darkness.
There is plenty of room in hell. Your soul is mine now.
Suddenly, the old man appears again, but this time, he walks straight through the door. He grins widely, his eyes glowing with an eerie light. Lena tries to scream, but no sound escapes her throat. The next morning, the doctors enter her empty isolation room. On the floor lies a body, that of a young man, dressed like Tim. There is no trace of Lena. To this day, she has never been found.